Hi Capricorn, welcome to this Tarot Love reading. My name's Sophia. Welcome to this community. So Capricorn, I was kind of struggling to get, I don't know what's going on. It was kind of faint. So I don't know if this is actually up totally in your awareness or your person. So something might be bugging you a little bit and you need to be having your say, but you're not bothering. It's like, you should, but you're not getting involved. So there's something like that. Like I said, it was very faint, so it's like as if you're putting it behind you, like putting it to the back of your mind, not behind you, but back of your mind, like, should I say something, and then try not to, but I feel it there. So like I said, the faintness, I don't know if that's because you're trying to ignore it or it's because it's your person. So let's see what the cards say, right? To see if they say something different. Generally, they say the same energy, but sometimes, could be something different. So Capricorn, I have a Facebook group. The Facebook group has more people like me who's in mission that are here to help you to work on your journey of life, your purpose, your mission, and also to help you to get your person, relationship advice and stuff like that. I post in there far more than YouTube, because YouTube is just like television, and television, watching telly doesn't really do anything, and YouTube is bigger than television. People just watch. So if you're actually interested in making changes and, working on yourself, going towards your person, and, maybe being a humanitarian, because I'm not just a tarot reader, if you're new, this is proper work, which I do up in here to help you to transform. And like, I want some questions, the questions to ask, right? It's not for you to go in there. It's not like a free citizens advice bureau, which you go and ask questions. You can ask us questions, then you're like, okay, these people know what they're on about, then take action and work on your life. Answering the question isn't going to be enough, but you are welcome to join to ask your questions and then move on, right? To help yourself. It's not a freebie service, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to pay for the questions. There's loads of us here that help you. But what I'm saying, please join if you have the intention to, like, listen, this is the person of my dreams. I want to be with that person, right? There's nothing else out there. Sophia guarantees her work. She's got a load of people together. There's evidence of it in the face group. Everyone who in the face group is with their person and in mission, right? And that's who helps you. So you're welcome to join that. It's in the description box. Right, 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. The 3 of Swords is very important. Okay, so the initial energy is like, I feel with you, because the 6 of Swords is moving towards the heartbreak. So maybe what I felt is like you're ignoring it because it might lead to heartbreak. So it might be something, and people do this all the time. They don't confront their person. Well, it's kind of two sides. Some people in relationships, unions, whatever, right? They're overboard. They force their person. Why aren't we going out on weekends? Why aren't we going out on date nights? Why aren't we going Valentine's? Why aren't you blah, blah, blah? And they're angry like that. And then there's the other people who, like, don't say nothing because they're scared of losing that person. So they keep their mouth shut, right? Both ain't right? But this one is more about holding it back. You don't want to push it because you'll feel that, because this is going that way towards the heartbreak. And I said the heartbreak is the important thing here. The Queen of Pentacles, so it's like, okay, I'll just focus on work. But I said the initial energy, it's like you're not ignoring it. You can't ignore it. It's there. It's like you're pushing it at the back of your mind, but it keeps coming back, little niggling at you, something. Let's see what I find out what this is. It's something to do with, does your person love you, or something like that is what I get. It's interesting because what I feel is like you're thinking that. I don't think your person has said, I don't love you. Generally, when you're like the loud person, that's when they shout back at you, right? But I think this is your negative self-talk, is what I'm getting from this. Underneath the Six of Swords is Four of Cups. Four of Cups is known to be dissatisfied. So you're dissatisfied with the situation, but you're scared to move forward with the situation because it's heartbreaking, because they're not doing what you want. This could be, you could be from the soulmate community. This is like a reading I've done for the collective on the soulmate community. But you don't want to move forward because there's something here that you want, your person, but it's still, all at the end of the day, like I said, the Three of Swords was the important card here. It all leads to heartbreak regardless, right? You go out with your person, he never says he loves you, right? But you go out with your but you don't want to because you love that person. So if you leave that person, it's going to create heartbreak because you love that person. But still going with them and they don't say they love you, it creates heartbreak. It's one of those, you know, no win-win situations or something. You can't win, but you can, because look, your person, it's like this, he chooses other options, but you think he doesn't choose you. You may think he or she's delusional, too casual here, but or they do drugs. Is it, you know, I was thinking, if you think the drugs is the issue, yeah, generally drugs is an issue, but I don't think it's that. I think it's individual to you. I think because you are the Queen of Pentacles, you're doing quite well and you're quite successful, whatever you're doing, you think that's enough to pull him towards you with a Chariot underneath that. It's like, why isn't he coming towards me? Why is he staying over there in a crappy situation and, you know, doing drugs, choosing all these other stupid people, whatever you're saying? That's what I feel. And it's heartbreaking because you're like, I'm hard work. It's he's mirroring, she's mirroring something back to you. That's what my readings do. I tell you, like, it's not like, for example, if there's drugs here, you might say, I don't do drugs. I don't understand what I'm like. I don't understand why I used to attract people who do drugs, because I don't do drugs. I've done drugs when I was 16, 17. I'm nearly 50, right? And I'm a pretty crap at it. It was rubbish. Well, it did do nothing for me to keep doing it, to be honest. Quite lucky that way, to think that way, I feel. But anyway, as you can tell, I'm quite loud and Larry. I was like, unless it makes me more loud than Larry, he ain't doing nothing. And it wasn't doing anything. So that's why I didn't take it. I was like, actually, it made me sleep. I was like, what's the point of that? My point here, back to the point, Seven of Cups. So you might have someone who does drugs, and like me, you think, well, why do I attract people who do drugs? But most of my family have drugs or deal with drugs or take drugs or some kind of drug issue. So I attracted someone to say, listen, although you don't take it, your family do. That's an issue with you inside. That was me. So there's something here like that, right? With his or her delusion. Now, his or her delusion over there might be, oh, I like to keep my options open, right? I don't want to settle with you because I don't think they even say that, but this is what I feel. This is what you're thinking. It's heartbreaking. Why isn't he saying, yours, you're a dating title? Why aren't we committed properly, right? So you're feeling he's keeping the option open. That's what the heartbreak is. But you're keeping your options open of, for example, of friends and family. If I said, oh, people say to me, oh, my friends, I've got friends, I've got really close friends and they really love me. I'm like, well, do they understand this twin flame light worker connection, which you don't even know, to be honest? Do they really know? I guarantee, right, not only I guarantee everything apart from, the actual cards, everything, my image reading, my tarot reading, my counsel line, I guarantee it. But that's not the point. I guarantee when you do I do an image reading, I read you more than these friends and your parents that love you. more than yourself. I'm the closest match to a twin flame, right, of knowing you. But you say they love you. So there's something here, these choices. You're choosing people who was not even, it could be workmates. And you're like, no, they're just workmates. If you weren't working there, they wouldn't be your mates. Something like that. That's the mirror here. And that's what he's showing you. You're delusional of your choices. It's just casual. Your job could be a casual job. And you're like, oh, it's my best mate. And I'm like, why are you calling him your best mate? This, I'll give an example of this. That's when people go from, I find this weird, is like if they're come and crash on my, I say to someone, come and crash at mine for a month, right? And then they class that as home. And then they go into a hostel for 6 months. Oh, this is my home. And then they go to another place, a 1-bedroom or something. Well, this is my home. I'm like, I haven't found home yet. I'll know when I get that massive mansion on the beach that that's my home. It's like that. You're calling everyone my friend, my friend, my friend, but really pinpoint who is your fucking friend. Something like that with a delusion. The Chariot on top of the Queen of Pentacles is about yeah, because I feel you're thinking he's choosing other women, other men, or another something like that. And it's like, oh, I'm stable. But I'm not saying you're not stable, but you're focused on the physical of what it looks like. I look like, you look like you got a good job and stuff like that. But you're still following a belief system of, well, if I look stable and I've got this good job with money, then why wouldn't he like me? But inside there, because the Chariot's underneath, which is as above, so below, which is as within, so without. This is the bits you're not focused on. You're doing external. Well, Sophia, I do yoga, meditation, acupuncture, Reiki, all that kind of thing. I'm quite spiritual. Plus, I've got a stable job. I'm like, and your point is, right? Let's get to the nitty-gritties. As within. The Chariot's here. What work are you doing within, right? You need to push that forward. The Chariot doesn't have any reins on it on the traditional Rider-Waite, meaning universal forces guide you. This is you guiding yourself in a tradition, religion, or belief from friends and family. Stay in that job, that's good. From college, from your family. Universe is you go your direction, you direct it. That's the Chariot. This is you, and look, you're sat in a gravestone. You see? That's a belief system where I go to school, I get a qualification, then I go and get a job as a blah blah. That's you. And it's like, no, your person, right, is choosing other choices, so are you. You're not loving yourself, Three of Swords, he's not loving himself. Well, that's kind of how it goes. And when you work on yourself, then they will say, well, what am I doing here making all these other choices when I need to love myself? And you are him, he is you. That's when you go together. Like attracts like. Chariot. So when you understand that concept and you want to know more about that, that's why the Facebook group's created. I'll tell you more about, universal laws and all that kind of stuff. Well, I haven't talked about that, so I might put something together at the weekend about that, about universal laws and all that kind of extra good stuff. These are just tarot readings. You get all the additional stuff about your journey, the mirror, all that in the Facebook group, so you know where to we know our shit, so that you can then move forward if you so choose. I repeat, it ain't a free place for you to go and get information and take that to your relationship, because if that worked, no one would be screwed in relationships, because there's plenty of free stuff out there, right? Although, to be honest, I do guarantee my free stuff. If you go in my playlist, I guarantee the playlist, right? And that's free. The problem is you don't go into the playlist. But anyway, so check out the playlist, check out the Facebook group, or just go ahead and book me. The playlist, the Facebook group, all the free stuff I give just shows you I know my shit, right? You still need to book me for me to get into the nitty-gritties to direct you, the Chariot, into the correct direction, right? Because it's too close to you. Like I said, with the laws of the planet, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. You can't solve this. You're too close to it. That's why counseling helps. Let me pull out one of these. I'm doing these ones. These are answers from the hidden realm. So you can get, so I can get a title. So let's see what your person is thinking and feeling, because 7 of Cups is bored with the same old, not choosing you, choosing other options. Friends, family, kids, work, right? And probably, like I said, drugs as well. But that's you choosing other options, I feel. I run as I keep hurting you. A lot of running I keep getting with these cards as well. So that's what I'm saying. You're running from situations instead of confronting it and being your true self. You're running from yourself. I may act strong, but I'm not. So that might be just personalized to you, right? So there's your reading. Like I said, check out the Facebook, check out the playlist, or just go ahead and book me. I'm out. Speak to you later.